If you want to know how America felt in those fragile days after 9/11, you can feel the raw emotion in a documentary by an independent photojournalist.
The thing about it is it's changed the world forever, especially the United States.
Brian Cast was living in Colorado. He was scheduled to fly to North Carolina for work, and then everything changed.
Shut down all the airports, and I had a good amount of work as a freelancer lined up back in North Carolina on the East Coast.
Driving was his only option. Going straight through, he could make it about 22 hours, but he had a few extra days, and that gave him a chance to record this moment in history.
It was almost like I needed to work some things out, and I had the camera. I just said, oh, we'll do a test run here at this truck stop on the Kansas-Colorado border and just kind of see what happens. Got the camera out, and people just wanted to talk about it.
Everyone talked about sorrow, outrage, wounded pride, and they also talked about the strength that comes as a wound starts to heal.
And last night, for an hour and a half, we waved these flags to great Americans on the highway, and we decided we wanted to do it again tonight, and we may do it again and again.
People didn't hold back.
2 days is all it would have taken, and they could have moved in here and had us. People don't realize just how easy it can come and go.
I think the things that you captured were very raw, and you heard that come out in the way people responded.
I literally stumbled on all those things, and it wasn't like a producer setting this up as I went. It was just go shoot whatever, and it happened.
He talked to regular Americans, a firefighter in Missouri, a homeless man in Cincinnati, a fisherman in East St. Louis. They said what we all felt.
And unite as a society, but we will work together to try to solve this problem.
Yeah, it was sort of grassroots. I didn't want to talk to any officials. I wanted to kind of get, nuts and bolts, the people. And there were obviously some differing opinions and observations by those folks, and I appreciated every one of them.
After 3 long days on the road, he arrived in North Carolina, stopped in Mount Airy outside a knitting mill. The workers were on break, and he heard them asking the same questions as people in Kansas, Ohio, West Virginia.
For me, I can't think of what do these people want to accomplish by this? And why? What was their point?
So 20 years later, 20 years on, are you proud of it?
Proud, I don't know is the word. I'm just almost glad I did that and took that opportunity as, I guess, a journalist and a human being with a camera to be able to have the wherewithal to take that opportunity, those 3 days, to capture something.
In those 3 days, Brian Cast captured all of us and all of our emotions as we gained a new focus and started to rebuild from one of the most painful moments in American history.